Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12 through 20. The words of a wise man's mouth win him favor, but the lips of a fool consume him. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is evil madness. A fool multiplies words, though no man knows what is to be, and who can tell him what will be after him? The toil of a fool wearies him, for he does not know the way to the city. Woe to you, O land, when your king is a child, and your princes feast in the morning. Happy are you, O land, when your king is the son of the nobility, and your princes feast at the proper time, for strength and not for drunkenness. Through sloth the roof sinks in, and through indolence the house leaks. Bread is made for laughter, and wine gladdens life, and money answers everything. Even in your thoughts, do not curse the king, nor in your bedroom curse the rich, for a bird of the air will carry your voice, or some winged creature tell the matter. Continuing with the warning against folly, the teacher speaks of folly found in the leaders in today's passage. The teacher mentions two kinds of leaders. The first is a leader that is not properly equipped and trained to be a leader. To make matters worse, people surrounding this foolish leader are also foolish and selfish. They seek only to find enjoyment for themselves. The other kind of leader is a well-trained, properly equipped leader. This leader can place wise and able people in positions of leadership so that they can work for the good of the nation. What would constitute as being a foolish leader? The teacher notes that foolish leaders are those that are unable to maintain and care for the necessities. To care for the nation wisely, the leaders ought to be frugal with how they consume and utilize bread, wine, and money. The foolish leaders are ones who spend these consumables wastefully, squandering them for their personal merriment. But as the teacher have noted in the book of Ecclesiastes, there are times where we may encounter foolish leaders, and during such times it is wise to hold one's tongue from speaking. Fools would make empty and pointless assumptions, which would create more haphazard situation. The wise are able to keep their mouths from speaking much, knowing that no one can know what the future holds. When Paul instructed Timothy about being a leader for the church, this is how he instructed Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1 through 7 says, "The saying is trustworthy. If anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be well thought of by outsiders, so that he may not fall into disgrace, into a snare of the devil." As Christian leaders, it is important that we have a high standard that we adhere to and be well equipped and prepared. When Christian leaders live and act in a wise manner, it overflows to the people that the leaders serve and create a community that can grow in the Lord. As we meditate on today's passage, let us reflect upon the wise and foolish leaders and their actions, and seek to be wise and good leaders in our lives.